Hello, everybody. My name is Aiden Rick Williams. I'm going to be taking you on a journey through the PlayerMint proposal in Fund8 Gamers on Change titled PlayerMint Play-to-Earn Marketplace. For those of you that don't know what PlayerMint is, what we're trying to do is create a wonderful play-to-earn blockchain layer that's able to integrate with existing video game titles. So bringing this kind of idea of your gameplay performance determines how much of a token that you earn towards existing video games like Fortnite and Rocket League and Warzone and all of these really wonderful AAA titles that have a massive user base and the multiple millions of people, hundreds of millions of people. So the idea is that we can bring crypto to gamers as opposed to trying to bring gamers to crypto. And that we think that these gamers are going to be really enjoying and interacting with these systems because they already get the digital asset world. They've already been smashing their head as Mario to get coins and mushrooms in Mario, or playing different video games where different skins and cosmetics, of course, have lots of value. And we've even seen secondary market sales of some of these in-game assets go for a couple thousands of dollars. So these gamers are very digitally native and are very open and accepting to the idea of these crypto assets. What we want to do is build an application that is going to bring this play to earn and crypto asset style to them so that these gamers can go off and they'll play Fortnite as our first game. They'll get to earn a bit of our fungible token called PMX, and then they'll be able to spend that PMX in a marketplace. Therefore, the name PlayerMint Play to Earn Marketplace, a marketplace where people can go off, play video games, earn a bit of crypto, and then take it to a marketplace where they can facilitate the transactions in that crypto that they earned. So what you all have in store today is a wonderful presentation that kind of shows off some of our, I guess, Figma files, our mockups of what the actual end product is going to be. At the current moment, we have partnered up with M Labs as our development group, an absolutely fantastic development group. And right now, as I speak, they are currently coding out the entirety of the product. We've already deployed 6 smart contracts in a on-chain testnet environment. And we've also had a good portion of our backend, our server side, our APIs, and our front end has all been actively in development for the past couple months. So this is a proposal in order for us to obtain a bit more capital to ensure that the development can continue. And then, of course, after we launch the product, that will have a bit of capital to ensure that any tweaks, adjustments, bugs, anything of that nature regarding the UI and user experience, or anything on the back end, new features that we need to add, that we have the capital to ensure that we can continue to give gamers that were on chain to the Cardano blockchain a wonderful experience. So this experience really starts off with the standard kind of DApp experience, which I think a lot of us can really enjoy, where your account isn't a username or password anymore. You don't need to give out a bunch of emails and do verifications. It's, hey, I have a wallet, and if you ever want to interact with this wallet, I'm going to need to type in my spending key and essentially activate my private key in order to process the transaction. So it's this wonderful environment where we're going to be bringing this ease of access to the gamer. A big focus of ours is, of course, as we're on-chaining gamers to the Cardano blockchain, we're going to add in nice little cues and tips and kind of little ways in order to make their experience a little bit better. So, for example, if they're coming in here and connecting their NAMI wallet and they're like, well, I don't know what NAMI wallet is, we're going to have the suggestions, cues, and prompts to ensure that they have the proper processes to go off and get those wallets so that they can properly interact with the application. And of course, ensure that they have all the tutorial and help that they need while doing so. So after they hit that landing page, they connect that NAMI wallet, they've pretty much done a lot of what they need to do in terms of getting an account set up. The only thing other than that we need to do in order to start rewarding them based off of their gameplay performance and paying them out in the fungible token PMX is authenticating that they own a video game account. So whether that be Epic Games, because we're going to be supporting Fortnite first, or maybe any other game publisher account, whether that be Battle.net is what is used for Warzone, or any other kind of standard game account, PlayStation, Xbox, all that fun stuff. We're going to be able to allow them to authenticate that they own a gaming account so that they can actually say, hey, I know the username and password to this account. I actually do truly have access to it. And then that gives us 2 pieces. We have a wallet, a place where we can send them assets and they can interact with our smart contracts and our blockchain. And then we have a way to essentially authenticate, and we know who their gaming account is. And if we ever want to make API requests, which is how we calculate their gameplay performance, we use an API through a wonderful group called Overwolf, which has a great standard and is approved by Epic Games and these different game publishers to license out their API to third parties such as PlayerMint. We're able to use that API system to make a request saying, hey, we have this authenticated user. How well have they done over the past 5-day period, or Epic, which is how long we're going to be calculating gameplay performance, and then having payouts payouts occur at the end of those 5 days. So once we have those two elements, we really have everything we need from the user. We don't want to collect more user data than necessary. We want to keep it as minimal and decentralized as we possibly can. So once the user's gone through that whole process, what do they have now? Well, they have a nice profile. They have a nice home for them to display themselves, who they are, have a little bit of that social experience, but really the focus of the profile is, of course, going to be able to allow them to edit their profile so they can change things like their username and bio, their URL, all that fun stuff. But mainly is going to be, of course, their interaction with the NFT marketplace, so that they can go and they can view the assets that they own, the NFTs that they own inside the wallet connected. They can put them up for sale, and then of course they can take them down for sale. They can change the price of the listed NFTs and all that fun stuff, and it will, of course, all be denoted in the token of PlayerMint PMX. And so, like I said, you can also go through that process of editing your profile. Maybe you decided to skip the authenticate gaming account process the first time around. So you're like, hey, I'm going to do it, interact with the marketplace. I want to earn some PMX for myself. I'm going to authenticate my gaming account now, or I want to change my username, my bio, my URL, all that fun stuff. After the user's kind of gone through that wonderful profile experience, we're kind of taken to the kind of, I guess, the real special sauce of PlayerMint, which is our play to earn functionality, our capacity to bring crypto to the gamer in this way, where the standard model is, like I said, it's in these 5-day epic long periods where we have the authenticated the authenticated user's account regarding their gaming account. And then we're able to make those API requests. So over those 5-day period, we can say, hey, we have some sort of skill we're looking for. The one presented in this mockup is just kills, but it'll of course be a little bit more complex than that in order to determine true gameplay performance in our first title, Fortnite. And we'll be able to essentially say, hey, how well have they been doing in across these metrics, across these skill metrics, depending on how well they're doing in comparison with all the other players inside of the PlayerMint ecosystem. A pie of PMX will be distributed out every 5 days. So in this case, we have a pie or prize pool the size of 300 PMX. So depending on how well you do across those 5 days in comparison of everybody else, you'll earn a certain amount of PMX. And so as we can see, that's kind of displayed across this wonderful leaderboard, which shows your kind of ranking, gives you a sense of where you need to go in order to be at the top and earn the most amount of PMX and have all that breakdown. And that's really, really fun. And the cool thing here is that there is very, very little overhead cost to either the PlayerMint dev team or the end user, because we don't require anyone to put down money. We aren't any type of wagering site. We're simply, hey, you essentially mine this token via gameplay performance. And so the only costs involved to the end user is, in order to obtain PMX via gameplay performance, is simply, we're going to have a claim feature where they send in around 1.7 ADA to an address. That address, of course, then returns back that ADA, that about 1.5 ADA, 1.2 ADA being spent in transaction fees, along with the user's PMX. This is kind of a claim-based model that we're seeing very, very common across different crypto projects that allow people to earn an asset, and that is to fulfill what is called the minimum UTXO, or the minimum amount of ADA that needs to be stored in each unspent transaction output containing a Cardano native asset. Of course, PMX being the Cardano native asset in this case. So the real overhead cost to the user each time they want to claim that PMX is spending 2 transaction fees on the Cardano network. They don't need to put any money down. It's entirely determined by how much skill they have in the game that they're playing. So once they have their PMX, what are they going to do with it? Of course, we have a way to obtain the currency, but what's the utility? Because that's what it's all about. This is a utility token. We're entirely focused on what people can do to obtain it, and then what people can do to actually utilize it. And that is where the wonderful NFT marketplace comes in. So this is going to be an open marketplace where, whether you're earning PMX via gameplay performance, or maybe you're not a gamer at all and you just love NFTs and you want to list them on the marketplace, this is the spot for you to do so. So you can list your NFT collections, just like we're seeing across a lot of the other wonderful NFT marketplaces that we're already seeing pop up on Cardano. You're able to list your NFTs here, but the unique thing is that you're not paying in ADA, you're paying in PMX. You're in the play to earn marketplace, hence the title PlayerMint Play-to-Earn Marketplace. So this is where you're gonna be able to take your PMX, you're gonna be able to buy your NFTs, you're gonna be able to sell your NFTs, you're gonna be able to interact with all of this, and we're gonna be compliant towards SIP 27. For those of you that don't know, SIP 27 is the standard regarding royalties on NFT marketplaces. So what's cool is that a lot of these creators that minted these collections that have royalties on them through the SIP 27 standard are going to be able to obtain PMX as royalties. So we're going to be completely compliant in that regard. We're big believers in the sense that the minter, the artist, the creator of these NFT collections should not be denied their royalties just because it's being distributed in a fungible token as opposed to ADA. So we're totally going to be SIP 27 compliant. So a lot of these creators are going to be looking forward to a bit of PMX arriving in their wallet with each NFT purchase occurring on the PlayerMint Marketplace. And then here's kind of a nice sale page where you can kind of check out the history, the properties really being the metadata, and then the royalty function, so you can kind of get a sense of how much is the end creator taking from that sale. So that's going to be really, really exciting, and we can't wait to deploy this out for you all. Beyond that, we have the capacity for users to mint their own NFTs. So say maybe you're an artist, or maybe you're a gaming content creator and you just hop into the PlayerMint ecosystem, you're earning PMX and you're telling your community to earn PMX because you're going to mint your own NFT collection, and you want your end community to be able to enjoy your NFT collection, not by pulling out their wallets and going to something like Coinbase to buy ADA and then switch it over to PMX in order to purchase your assets, but no, your gaming community will be able to play video games, and then through the gaming of through their gaming skill, be able to obtain PMX to purchase NFTs from you. So it creates this really fun gameplay performance fueled NFT marketplace. So you can come here and you can mint your NFTs and have a whole lot of fun with that. And that'll be really, really cool to see what types of creativity that a lot of the gaming content creators in the space are going to kind of produce and have fun with. And now finally, of course, support is extraordinarily important, especially when you're an application that focuses to on-chain gamers into the Cardano network. We need to make sure that we have a very, very strong support system so that if anyone that is in need of help, assistance, guidance on how to actually get involved with PlayerMint, that if they ever have any questions, they can do so. That's why we kind of, if you look up here, we put one of the support buttons at the very top of our menu bar because we want to make sure that if anyone has any problems or questions, they can immediately go there for a more self-service model where they can kind of help themselves learn more about the application. And then of course, for a more live service model, we're going to be integrating things like coming to our Discord with a ticketing system. Email model is what we're looking at. And then of course, we're also looking at some sort of a chat bot that'll be featured on the website. So if you have any questions and whatnot, you can ask that. And then of course, request human customer support access. So that is the PlayerMint protocol. That's kind of what we're building here today. Our proposal is all about essentially saying, hey, we need a little bit more capital in order to ensure that this product can come together successfully. Like I said, we're already in the development process with our partners over at M Labs, and we're super, super happy with them. They do incredible stuff. Already have smart contracts written, already have front end written, already have back end written. We just need more capital in order to ensure that the code base continues to be developed, both so that we can cross that launch finish line, but also so that once we've crossed that launch finish line, we have enough capital to ensure that we can update, increase feature set, and continue on-chain gamers onto the overall PlayerMint protocol. So that is the PlayerMint proposal. I really hope this was a helpful video. If you can tell, I'm super passionate and really, really happy about the overall Cardano ecosystem, and I can't wait to be a part of the gaming dApp sector of it all. So thank you all so much. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to get in contact with us via our Discord or our Twitter or any social media that you might be able to find us on. But that is all for today. Thank you so much. Please have a wonderful day. Goodbye.